Information technology outsourcing or ITO is a company's outsourcing of computer or internet-related work, such as programming, to other companies. It is used in reference to business process outsourcing or BPO, which is the outsourcing of the work that does not require much of technical skills. IT outsourcing drivers. IT outsourcing refers to outsourcing all or parts of IT functions to an external party. Information technology outsourcing is a subset of business process outsourcing. The reasons for IT outsourcing include lack of resources and cost reduction. IT outsourcing is sometimes called IT-enabled services outsourcing. Overseas ITO Asia The typical destinations of overseas IT outsourcing are India and Philippines for the American and European companies and China and Vietnam for the Japanese companies. A combination of high overhead in the United States and strong cultural ties between the domestic and Asian information technology industries have led many companies to outsource labor-intensive software programming to Asia and Eastern Europe. Although Eastern Europe has created a lot of competition for India in recent years, India has always been a major player in information technology. They even make their own supercomputers for predicting monsoons. It wasn't until the Y2K bug emerged that the need for legions of cheap programmers really arose, however, and American companies began to see the potential for outsourcing overseas. After Y2K, the IT service industry exploded, with American companies outsourcing everything from data entry to customer service to India and other Asian countries. Despite its distinct advantages for companies looking to outsource their IT services, India's volatile political climate and rampant corruption present problems. Some of the 185 Fortune 500 companies that outsource software to Asia are choosing places like Vietnam or China with more predictable politics and less corruption. The Vietnamese government has succeeded in retaining a low-cost, lower-risk market, while significantly improving income per capita. A series of educational measures and incentives have also been applied to promote the technology sector. In addition, Vietnam is exceptionally attractive due to competitively low salary of the technically skilled workforce. While not the cheapest outsourcing destination, Vietnam is still very competitive when compared to other global locations, especially as wage rises in India and China. This is what contributed to its surging up the rankings. To take first place in 2015, commented Richard Middleton, Cushman & Wakefield, unregistered trademark as head of occupier services for Asia Pacific, Middle East and Africa. Other companies that outsource their customer service are finding that their customers prefer the Americanized English of the Philippines to the British English that predominates in India, though all of these countries have their drawbacks. From censored internet lines in China and Vietnam to Muslim militancy in the Philippines. Despite the hiccups, the IT service industry continues to grow as the software industry becomes more competitive and U.S. companies try to reduce overhead. The Asian IT service market is still in its infancy, but by 2008 industry think tank NASSCOM McKinsey predicts a $17 billion IT service industry in India alone. Latin America Countries like United States and Canada usually seek nearshore outsourcing in Latin American countries like Mexico, Guatemala, Costa Rica, Panama, and others because of a closer cultural matching time zone. Eastern Europe In recent years, Eastern Europe has also become a common ITO destination. ITO to Eastern Europe allows Western European and North American companies to nearshore, remote and source, and in general benefit from time zone and cultural proximity. Countries like Belarus, Russia and Ukraine are common destinations for ITO within Eastern Europe. Outsourcing IT to Eastern Europe has been on the rise because of the low-cost but highly skilled labor available in this region, as well as its geographical and cultural proximity. At first, many companies chose to outsource to more traditional Asian destinations. However, as software development and security needs grew, along with a preference for geographically closer partners, Eastern Europe became a more common destination for ITO. In 2009, the number of IT professionals working for an ITO company in the Central East European region reached 95,000. This number represents a 9% growth for countries like Ukraine. A representative snapshot of Ukraine's IT outsourcing market can be found in the U-Support project catalog, founded in 2014 and containing the most recent info about the outsourcing companies and their services. United States of America equals, although many associate outsourcing of the IT industry to be leaving America, the United States does receive a wide variety of outsourcing work from other countries. A 2009 study on Odesk employment had the United States ranked number 3 in countries that received outsourced work. This is credited to the enhancements in cloud computing, and the high valuation marks that United States-located workers have and continue to receive. The adverse effect that the American economy has brought to the American worker has also increased the demand for seeking employment in other countries. Prior to 2008, the need was not that high, as the average American worker was able to find work within the 50 domestic states. Illegal outsourcing by Japanese IT companies. Japanese companies often exploits the foreign laborers, particularly Chinese and Vietnamese, by violating the Employment Security Act and Labor Standard Act set by Ministry of Health and Labor's in Japan using the name of offshoring. Article 44 of Employment Security Act in Japan implicitly bans the domestic foreign workers supplied by unauthorized companies regardless of their operating locations. Law will apply if at least one party of suppliers, clients, laborers reside in Japan, and if the laborers are the integral part of the chain of command by the client company, or the supplier. Those deemed to violate will be punished with, as well as the punishment defined by the Article 6 of Labor Standards Act in Japan. Victims can lodge a criminal complaint against the CEO of the suppliers and clients in the Labor Standards Inspection Office or Public Prosecutor's Office of the respective company location. Due to the risk of the CEO's arrest, Japanese company accustoms to the private settlement with financial package in the range between 20 and 100 million Japanese yen. See also, offshore programming, software testing outsourcing, website management outsourcing, offshoring, offshoring research network, globalization. References. External links, Central East European Outsourcing Association, The Pros to Outsourcing Your IT.